Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
Alistair now the response to Rel, so while top lane feels like, oh, it could be this crazy dynamic match, now has something to prove.
So, that's a dangerous caps.
That's a dangerous caps.
Oh, the bro here.
Going in, crash down, bit of CC. Good early damage trade. Love to have the health advantage as the Yone. Jojo, of course, lethal tempo, great for the... A bit more action here on the bottom side. Yo-Yo on the way in, Skewmon ready to cover with the red buff. Caps free stacking that Q. Q3 will be big here. Yo-Yo now in trouble, forced to flash out. Follow-up now coming in from Caps. He should be able to snap back and finish it, but the shield is there just in time for Yo-Yo. A little bit more damage coming in bot lane, stun fall. Nice interrupt from Alvaro, but he punts back and forth to flash away. Flash forward, the ignite, one more auto's gonna do it. First blood to LeBron.
And that is the G2 bot lane
finish. We take a look back at this exchange.
And it's just Alvaro trying to protect Supa from the Rel engage, but Kai'Sa Rel in this all-in, they have so much damage. Nice of Hansama here not to waste the flash.
I thought he could still buffer. It's just the CC would persist when he went back.
Yeah, but he kind of like he did it while he was a zero to there, so I think he wouldn't be able to use it. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure the buffer would still work if you just mash that thing.
Maybe
we'll find out.
If he was like.
And that's the. I don't think the audience wants to hear us just kind of guess. I don't know if that's where our.
Let's debate.
Let's debate without information on something that has an objectively correct answer.
And your gold, very close.
Damn! Walked right into that one, didn't he? All right, all in there at the bottom. Grub's already taken top side. Oh yeah, grabbing another camp to trade, but of course not all three Grubs going to MKOI. One was taken away. Skewmon getting another thing, and he's already level 6.
About to hit level 8, whilst Broken Blade still hasn't hit level 7. It's really huge.
Ulti instantly. Jojo's gonna get hit. Q3 not up quite in time.
Does force the
minute out, both sides with a lot of resources used in top lane.
And these caps just finishing this.
Good damage. Hansama can follow up here.
Just a good chunk. He's kind of all-inning like this just to be able to farm, because if he doesn't, then Mirwin can just keep poking him out. But Leo is behind.
Outside as if the Skarner gets involved. Quick flash out, slowed. Root now comes in. Mirwin, does he have the follow-up damage to take down Broken Blade? Alvaro here as well. Surely the Gwen will fall. Knocked back, Mirwin to finish it.
I believe that will be Grubs going
topside. I think it's still going to come down to these fights. You can see in the isolated 1v1, Gwen, at least when she has ulti, can force the ulti back from Mirwin, can mitigate some of what Mirwin is able to do. It's only when other people get involved that Broken Blade is really under that massive threat. Leandry's now completed for Skewmon, Nashor's for Jojo Pyun. Cap's still lagging behind in terms of the Blade of the Rune King, but should be able to finish it as soon as he does recall.
Actually, this meta is just so fast.
I think it's been years before we've really seen it that top lane, outside of this meta, outside of the occasional niche one-up.
It's going to be 2 Drakes going over to G2 though, and Hansama, a little voice right there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And Hansama's 700 gold lead, kind of out of thin air.
On top of that, continuing to push, unstoppable back. You're happy with that trade.
Oh, Jojo going for an all-in.
This is smart. Caps, again, has not spent his money yet. He's much weaker than 1v1. They're going to try to crash this wave. 13 already scary. Blade of the Rune King completed. We've been seeing this for about 2 years now.
DB using the W here very nicely. Mirwin. Well, he survived much faster with Skewmon. Does look like G2 is just going to give over the Rift Herald, though. Bit strange here that Labrov is hovering to the Rift Herald when his rest of the team wants to cross map bot side.
Powered Blast Cone.
Wants to try to protect Broken Blade with.
Caps now chasing. Knockback is good. Arcane Smash into the ulti. Quick shutdown.
And that is the punishment of blowing that flash earlier from Broken Blade. Mirwin gets caught, no way out, and it's a beautiful cross map from D2.
Definitely a good setup. The fact that the shutdown is there really balances out the hurt of losing the Herald. But grabbing bot lane tier, we'll see how much damage this build does. It is double burn items.
To be fair, you have an Azir. True. Which does scale insanely well. But at the same time, it's a Yone. And his cap's on Yone. Yep. So it's like a little bit scarier.
A little bit extra scaling.
Yeah.
Safe to say.
And he is also up more gold now than Mirwin is up on this one. Through
the shutdown.
Yeah, the shutdown, the tower plates, the cross maps, and how well G2 has played around caps. And he's also shoving in his own right.
again, calm a game about side lanes.
You can see how cocky Caps can play on the side lane here. He just walks up, gets Jojo's ultimate, and he's gonna lifesteal back up on the wave.
Watching this since Worlds last year.
Ooh, Caps looking for a solo bolo here.
Caps looks like he might find a solo bolo here. Freeze frame, Jojo Bune going golden, dashing over, gets a little bit tricky with it. It will manage to survive. Broken Blade now trying to chase. Mirrorwood bringing out the ulti, the blast cone not too effective, but one more stack. The Q's in. Mirrorwood holding on, dashes back with the weirding. Here comes Elyoya. Probably can't get anything, but looks menacing. Saves his top lane.
And it's the fancy feat of MKOI solo laners here that allow behind Joe maneuver.
Are those the technical terms as a pro player?
Yeah, that's how we would do it in a preview. And now Jojo can't play under tower. So yeah, this is Yonchap looks really don't have trauma from it either.
Yep, we're all fine. We all think Yon good, fun, interactive. This is the point though. Again, he crosses level 13, 1.5 to 2 items. It's so impossible to play. Jojo just has to run. His tower does not protect him, and G2 at the same time are starting the objective. When on the way in, 4K getting lower. This might end up being a little bit of a flip.
TP.
Broken Blade off to the side, 3K. Can't afford to let it get too lower. It'll be the 50-50, but there's LeBron finding the engage. Caps now ready to follow. Where's the ulti gonna go? Quick lock it now coming out. Caps trying to find a way and needs to get the Q3 stack. Alvaro in trouble. Will just get instantly cut down. Q3 there for Caps as well. Skewmon, sights set. The Otacon, Elyoya not in fast enough. Caps the Q3. Can commit. G2, how far do they want to go? The Sun Disc is there. They're still entertaining the idea. Broken Blade stepping up, uses the mist. Jojo Bune trying to run. Skewmon knock back the instant follow-up. It's a slaughter. MKOI in a single fight. Lose so much. Carrying that fight when, yeah, Caps was doing well, but the early game, Broken Blade was getting bullied. Now Mirwin caught in the 1v1. His individual lead.
He'll fight. He wants so much. It's beautiful to see.
Broken Blade still chasing, shifting sands over the walls. Elyoya now the one who's been caught. Broken Blade not hesitating to immediately ult. A little less damage after the changes, but Hansama now there to follow. First kill coming through. Supa just running from the Gwen, but there's no getting away. The skip and slash is back up. Maybe the flash of the wall is going to take him there. Ian, but he's just withdrawing. Just a bit of extra pocket money.
And it feels so bad in 1v2. So Elyoya, you can see, despite Caps going so deep bot lane, Elyoya doesn't even want to go for the play, because G2 can just start Nash.
You can talk about scaling and the power that like Enazir could have. Now there's a massive gold deficit, so that's one part of it, but every time Caps trades ultis with Jojo, he's trading up.
This Nash is gone.
Qmon using the ulti to zone them away. Lebrov ready to follow. Q-stun just taking a bit of time, not sure if he wants to keep pushing. Caps at least going to use this minion. Q3 in. This was a bit over-eager, okay.
It's a 3-level lead.
Is that a caster curse? Nope. Because
yeah, Caps is just having fun.
Yeah, I don't know what I said there. 3-level lead. Game 1, looking a little bit cooked. It is luckily a best of 3. MKOI will be able to go back to the drawing board. Might be able to find Broken Blade here. A lot of CC there. Does it stop Gwen? They've outscaled. Now they have no damage. Gwen healing everything. Broken Blade with more health than he started with. Jojo Bune finally getting involved in the fight. Maybe it's enough, but now all of G2 have arrived. Caps stacking his Q off to the side.
Caps, he can 1v3, and MKOI have nothing to stop it as LeBron engages onto Jojo.
Jojo finally has designed, just immediately has to use it. Mirwin in his first team fight where he's allowed to get involved. And only manages to chunk out LeBron. Does sidestep, flashing away, getting away from Skewmon, but doing Caps, just continuing the siege. Broken Blade already in the bottom lane with another wave ready to go. MKOI cannot defend all of these towers.
I do believe G2 will have to base here, although BB is just looking to go for more with the support of Caps, and I think they can 2v4.
Mirwin has no ult. I think you're right that they can 2v4. Now, Perma CC might make the difference, but again, Elyoya ulted earlier, so Broken Blade just keeps going.
Gwen is immune, baby.
2v4!
Gwen is immune.
2v4! Okay. Yone, strong champs, we've learned firsthand. Strong pilots, no doubt. MKOI, infuriating. Again, at this point, they're at a 12K gold deficit. There's nothing they could have done. And certainly not taking the game. Yone and Gwen. G2 ready to end. It is a best of 3. MKOI will have the chance to fire back, but they're certainly being sent back to the drawing board. G2, first win of the season, knocking MKOI down.
Caps looks so damn good right now. I'm loving this glow-up frame, and I'm super excited to see a more aggressive side laning Caps throughout the split. You might think the Sejuani is blocking for you, but he's just setting that set up.
Wants to get something done here.
They want to try to cheese here since LeBron held the wave.
Okay, MKOI Classic on the flash pay. Are they ready for it? The answer is no. Q flash coming in from Elyoya. First blood there for MKOI.
That's a clean cheese here.
The answer is LeBron plays down a bit of deeper vision. But I think big, again, to go back to that bot lane kill, that they were able to secure that. Lane phase was looking rough for Supa. Bit of extra gold definitely makes things easier.
The nice thing about getting this Drake so early is that it allows you potentially to try to contest the grub spawning at 6 minutes. If they can do so, it's going to be huge for G2, as the traditional early game we see is just you trade grubs for Drake always.
Yep. Elyoya already has the setup on the top side. Recalls for Han Sama now. Won't be in time for the grubs. Instead, they're going to stick around bot lane and just try to pressure.
And the Krugs, while Skumon was on that Drake, and Skumon now responding by taking Elyoya's
public
raptor.
execution onto Broken Blade. He's using his ulti, waiting for the shield to expire, taking a bit of time, but don't want to overcommit. Crucially, all he has to hit. Country roads. Okay, Supa, can he get fancy? Ignite to kick things off to make sure that he's taking aggro. LeBron tanking, happy to give his life in the 1-for-1. Still a positive deal. So much CS. That's some nerdy 80 carry stuff, but I'm excited that you're excited.
Nice.
That's what matters. We did see upset build earlier today, too, on the Xayah, which I like.
Yeah, but it was not.
Mirwin going all in. Ooh, good flash from Broken Blade. Nice reaction speed. Mirwin needing to back up now, but the ulti in the flash to the side. Broken Blade won't be able to get the 2-for-1 special as Elyoya finds the stun, does not stop the haymaker, but in goes Alvaro. He's still up. Elyoya's still living. There's no damage left for LeBron. MKOI outplaying the exchange. Jojopyun here just in time. Pick up a kill for himself.
Alvaro's a miracle worker here. He's able to
beat, which is really big for Varus again. Likely to build the Swift March.
Alvaro
caught here, level 5. Good initial dash back. Elyoya dashing out. Jojopyun taking a bit of time. Marked up. Does still not have the minefield. No Unraveled Earth makes this a little bit harder. Flash commit for Caps. Level 9 there for Jojopyun trying to hold on. Good flick back. Good follow. Supa here as well. A good ulti could change everything. And now the Zin's in trouble. MKOI once again turning G2. Getting
oh my god!
Elyoya with a double, and now it's Han Sama all on his lonesome. Going to flash away from a very public exit.
And for me, the question is, can LeBron bounce back? Because we've seen that he... Oh, maybe Elyoya might be in trouble here.
They spot him. Q in. Should just be a quick kill here. Nice way to kick things off. Elyoya did not think he was on vision. They knew exactly where he was.
Well, LeBron can bounce back, I suppose.
Well, we'll see. But it's a good question, right? I mean, we were talking about it earlier, and it's such an interesting story of two teams. Whenever any team fails to meet their expectations, I think it's always easy for anyone who's watching to be like, oh, it was this one thing. It was the draft. It was this. It was this. And I think for MKOI, a lot of that criticism was thrown at JoJo. For the side of G2, a lot of it was thrown at LeBron.
Yeah.
Both of those players, while this game, in the grand scheme of things, not the biggest deal, I think for both of them, this split is so much more about showing what they can do.
One of the interesting things... Oh, might have a fight here.
Rob marked up. Alvaro debating if he wants to chase. Good knock up there. Follow through good as well. Alvaro just continuously CC'd.
Set TP behind.
Walk away thus far. Supa already used ulti. Now has used Ghost Blade as well. Broken Blade ready to go. Charm from Alvaro is good. Knock up from Alvaro is good. Saving his support's life. But G2 will still grab 2.
Caps just solo killed JoJo on bot. Set TP comes through. They're able to actually just run them down.
It was a good look. Next objective now getting started. Flip back onto Skumon, an excellent start. Still has the ulti. Supa losing a bit of damage there, but we'll finish the kill. 3 grubs, all 6 grubs in the end. Likely to go over to MKOI. G2 going to try to respond with a bit of prio in mid. Keep in mind, Broken Blade already pushing in a wave. Jojopyun will answer, but Caps getting a free wave in bot. He has just been quietly here in bottom lane the entire game once he got out of mid, farming a couple plates, getting a bit of a gold lead for himself.
Oh, LeBron.
Locked up.
That'll be fine. I do think Skumon there maybe thought that JoJo would be catching that bot wave, matching Caps, but an intelligent roam from JoJo here to open up top towards his grubs allows them to get an easy kill on Skumon, and that's 6 grubs going to the side of MKOI.
6 grubs, a big start. Broken Blade finally going to show himself. Was hiding in the brush there for a minute.
Nope.
We're going to get 2 things.
Okay, so
there he is.
Oh, POV.
Whoops. Oh, man.
Ooh, Caps is back, baby. Let's see it.
Auto, waits, takes his time. Sidestep, dash.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of patience. Did he hit the back half of that Q?
No, I don't think so.
That's the only thing he missed. He hit everything else. And that charm. Okay, look. Cool.
Yeah.
But for right now, G2 having that back pocket win condition of the soul of a Hextech soul in the second game is excellent.
It's going to be a fight here over the Herald.
TP in.
Caps TPing behind.
From
Has a
Caps.
flank.
In mid lane, spotted by a bit of vision there, so they'll know he's coming, but Supa's really low. LeBron flash in, Hook managing to connect on that key target. Supa now forced to flash out using an ulti of his own. Jojo laying down some consistent damage. Great VAR assault coming in. G2 can knock it away, and finally the MS is coming into the fight. Ulti goes out, but Mirwin was unstoppable. His show not getting stopped today. MKOI finding another fight, but Broken Blade trying to get fancy with it. Oh, the W flash! Wanting a bit more, but it will just be the 1-for-1 in that exchange.
My
For
good.
Supa, what was a rough first couple levels has turned into a nice few team fights. Boy, getting a lot of value out of their CC.
Another Herald start here. G2 are looking like they want to contest, but it's going to be hard to enter, and I do think Broken Blade could just trade for tier 2 bot. He does have TP though. They might just try to fight it.
Trying to get him split, hoping for a bit of an angle here. Knock up, still connecting onto Skewmon. Flash out just in time.
TP from Jojo here.
Nice body block.
Same identity. You're definitely a lot more sticky. You can play fights much slower. We've seen Caps play thus far. It's gonna be Jojo picking up the BB.
Multi back. Unstoppable now going in. Gonna get caught. Doesn't get hit either. Broken Blade gonna be the one in trouble. Backstep is decent, but he loses his life.
Mirwin is stalling on him, flashing backwards with the public execution in front. It's almost able to take down Broken Blade. Jojo ends up TPing in. I wish he continued pushing down that bot side, so he'd be able to deny a lot.
They have a little bit of side lane threat, a little bit of side lane pressure. 2 items essentially completed across the board for everyone in the game except for supports. So if you can get a 5v5, it's a pretty even fight. However, Broken Blade just now respawning. The good news, a member with TP, but the Drake is already gone. MKOI not going to overcommit for an Otacon here.
Now I question, what is the win? 5v5, I'm not sure if they're winning it.
All I'm saying is, Elyoya is committed to building nothing but HP. So there is an angle as the initial fight breaks out. Charm goes a little bit wide, doesn't quite connect onto Alvaro. And the TP now coming in as the tower falls. Broken Blade on the flank. Koi, patient, fighting for mid prio first. Good fundamentals. G2 getting zoned off, respecting it. Do have push in bot if they want to try to play through bot, but really have to be
really able to get anything out of it. They're going to get some damage on the mid. Oh, they're actually going to get the full tower with the 6 grubs. Wow.
And now, I'm thinking you might be Team Grub. Mr. Jax.
Ooh, Caps is taking a crazy
tricky,
portal.
but spotted. The entire team ready. Charm there, forced to ulti, staying in the area. Not gonna let the Heartsteel get procced.
Caps is so cocky, it's crazy.
I think it's just a bit of fake pressure. They just don't have enough info on the rest of G2. They don't want to overcommit. Happy with just the ulti. Charm, luckily not hitting it. It might be Skewmon who's in trouble. Hansama all on his lonesome. Supa not going to overcommit.
It's so disjointed from MKOI.
He's collapsing on who? Broken Blade potentially ready to fight things. Just wants Elyoya to line up for the play. The charm is in, but Mirwin going to be the one to kick off things first. The knockback on Alvaro is huge. He uses this as a highway just to get to the back line, but Broken Blade almost able to find that kill. Locket coming in clutch. Q over the wall from Supa does a bit of damage. The G2 were forced away.
And it's MKOI with the advantage to just slowly herd them, start the fight. Mirwin with a beautiful public execution is able to take down Caps, and that's going to be the Otacon going over to MKOI.
Fantastic game from MKOI. Again, these fights you highlighted from the top side fight where G2 pushed just a little bit too far. They've been learning after every single exchange that MKOI just have more.
This Runus Otacon feels great when you already have 2 Hextech Drakes, which are essentially, in my opinion, the best singular Drakes as well. Ability haste and attack speed, and now you get 25% value, a little bit firmer control. Although it is going to be the 3rd Drake here, going over to the side of MKOI, and I don't think G2 can really get much of anything. I don't think they can start the Nash.
Now I think G2 know that they can't realistically contest the Drake.
They could try for play on Mirwin.
Losing Baron. So instead, you're right, they're collapsing on a side lane. You can see the mini-map there. Drake goes down, triple Hextech. You already talked about it with the additional buff coming in for the Runus Otacon.
There was 0 grubs here. Okay, they're still able to get the tower, actually.
I mean,
so it's going to feel...
Full breaker set.
Yeah, it's going to feel okay, but you are giving going. Oh, now they're slowly chasing here. Super based.
Man advantage. Alvaro locked up. Skewmon marking Elyoya as well, knowing that Alvaro is trying to escape. Quick pick. And a pause.
Due to an unintended interaction, causing MKOI Alvaro to stand still while clicking the portal, which led to his death, we have decided to chrono break the game.
Ollie. Ward behind as well, doing a lot of work as Caps is now on the flank. No vision in the brush means he has to be careful. Jojo Pune stepping in, Skewmon getting the fight kicked off. Ulti going in from Broken Blade, exactly what he was waiting for. Super now split from the rest of the team. Good cure to wall, but Caps is standing on the side. Mirwan needs to make the difference. He finds one, he finds two. Mirwan needs to keep this train going. Jojo Pune. Carry threats on both sides. Skewmon now running. Hansama already deleted Mkoi.
Super.
Good angle. Pullback isn't going to get there. The Facebreaker not connecting. Broken Blade trying to get a bit of work done. A little bit more damage. Maybe the Haymaker will not connect. Flash. Commanded the charm. Caps finding another. Jojo Pune and Mirwan chasing. Broken Blade not going to be able to escape. Double kill coming through. There might not be a smite, but Mkoi are going to get the soul.
And Mkoi will take the Hextech soul. And with 4 Hextech Drakes and the Atakan buff, they are feeling very good about themselves. And it's a beautiful... The problem is that all you need is to really land one skill shot inside of Mkoi, and it slows down all of G2 so much.
Yeah, this is the fear. The situation that Mkoi are very excited about. Getting G2 to fight into this choke point. TP now coming in. That's going to be Caps. Broken Blade recalling first.
Oh, good wall by Jojo here.
4K. Mkoi, do they want to risk the 50-50? Wall good. 3K, they don't want to get it lower. They'd rather have the 5v5. Nice ulti coming in from BB. There's the Haymaker. Huge damage on the Supa, but not quite the true damage. Caps getting lower and lower.
Mirwan?
But Mirwan does so much damage. Hansama gone. In the blink of an eye, it started well. The perfect setup, but it wasn't enough. Caps running for the hills. TP's mid lane. They don't even need the Baron. They'd rather have the game.
And that's going to be game for Mkoi here. It's a beautiful team fight from Mirwan. BB with a hero play, a great settle, but this Afessa is just so broken. She's taking down every single G2 member 1v4. She doesn't care, and that is going to be the Nexus going over to Mkoi.
6-0-6 for Mirwan. The counter pick in the previous game was good in lane, but this one good across the entire game. 37 minutes in, 21-8, 5K lead for Mkoi as we go to match point. This first best of 3 between these two teams.
And how happy I am to see us going to game 3 between these two teams. This series is really delivering.
And this is where Fearless gets real. I think in isolation, if you don't look at G2, you understand exactly what their comp wants to do.
G2 should immediately realize that something is amiss here. Oh, but they're full all-inning.
Trying to get the flash, trying to get everything. 3 stacks looking for 4.
They're able to get the Hansama flash. And now, they're not aware, I think.
Level 3 gang. Mundo just spotted it just now. They get the information, but it's too late. Hansama no flash, about to get taken down. One more auto, gonna seal the deal. Supa burning, but he gets that extra bit of health back. Custom blows proc, but Supa's gonna be able to push this wave out. Disaster for G2. Doesn't feel confident enough to walk the try.
It's a good ward.
Broken Blade.
Ooh.
Flash.
It's flash abusing here from Broken Blade, so no solo bolo.
Again, no level 6.
And it's actually up a full level on the Syra. And he might even be able to dive
level 6, well timed. Mirwan, does he try to go back for a level 6 of his own? The answer is yes, trying to sidestep, but should just go down here.
It's clean. Great pickup here from G2, great salvage. They're able to utilize the fact that Elioya is stuck on bot side to use this.
Or TP back more recently, excuse me. Jojo's still gonna hang out. Luckily, Honeyfruit is there.
Yeah, that feels good for Jojo. Able to regen a bit back here, and it's gonna be the 3 grubs going over to Mkoi with a little Drake trade for the side of G2. Oh, but Mirwan is in trouble here. Flanked by... Oh, yeah, let's see.
Flash out.
Mirwan no flash.
Does have level 6 now. So it looks like the flash plus the dragon going to be picked up from the side of G2 Esports in exchange for 3 grubs and a bit more pressure on this top side tower. Lebrav faking a little bit here.
Alvaro, you mean, no?
Oh no, Lebrav in the sense that he's a Mundo.
Oh. I felt like Alvaro's the one fake pressuring in the bush.
I mean, Elioya's there, so.
Well, he wasn't there when I said it, so.
You're right. I'm not here to take your credibility. It's all okay. We're a team. Just like him. I'm going to put a mean game too, though. But here we are. Again, the early lane phase. Nice recall cancel. For Hansama rough after that all-in from Mkoi. Ooh, TP out. Good for Broken Blade. Didn't really need to buy anything, so it's just going to make it to bot lane to catch that wave behind. So it's only about 100 gold difference.
Looks like it's going to be 6 scrubs just given over to the side of Mkoi here. They don't have the best champions to hit tower, luckily. Sion will probably always be losing push to this Gnar. And I think it's hard for neither Corki or Tristana to get much control against this Caitlyn Victor. So I do think this the fine game will give Smolder. Like, Smolder is kind of fun, but it's also very noob friendly.
All in here from Broken Blade. Again, ulti cooldown is super low though, so this isn't too much of a threat. When he's mini, that decimating smash hits like a truck, but as long as he's mega, not too concerned.
And Drake here going over to the side of G2, a trade that they have made not just once in this series. Oh, but not quite. Oh, Alvaro flashing in.
Middle, Caps flashing out, Skewmon retreating. Drake secured, top lane.
It's Broken Blade that's going to be taking this bot tower.
Ulti, Caps, no flash, lock up there, gravity field to get a bit more space, but Caps will go down, or will he? The plant still hitting. Surely there's no way. Mirwood flashing in. Will get him a bit sloppy there from the side of Koi. Don't
Caps,
think they
when
need
he respawns, can just TP back. Although, we got a start here of Herald from MKoi, and G2 want to contest.
Stand beside me to try to get out, TP now in. Miro on the way down, but does not have ulti. Alvaro already chunked.
5 seconds on Caps.
They just need to focus on getting the objective, but it might be the 50-50 versus Skewmon. It's so tough, and he's stolen it! They spent so much to try to make that play happen, and now the chase comes in. Double 80 carries, single items. Is it enough? Jojo being forced out. No. Nothing there for MKoi.
Yeah, maybe they'll be able to get the Drake, but I think as G2 even just giving this Drake and trading for top tier 2, you're happy.
Herald's going to come down. They'll likely break mid lane tower. The price to start this Drake is at least one wave of creeps, about 300, 400 gold. A tower, another couple hundred. And probably a second wave, based on how that wave looks on the mini-map. MKoi consistently trading down.
With the trap wall here, Corki can't really enter. Braum is going to walk, but the tower's already gone.
Alvaro chunk, Broken Blade, Rage stacking. MKoi, this is not a good fight.
Irwin and Super are super split here.
Have to respect the Narbar stacking. And to be fair, I don't think there was a great option. And Nico Engage gets a hell of a lot better if you have to walk into her.
Yeah, they're able to start the Opticon here. I think it's still going to be hard for MKoi to reliably walk in. Supa's half HP. I think they might just have to give the Opticon. Oh, G2 seem to be willing to drop it here. Maybe due to the Sion moving all the way. They want to let Broken Blade just push out this bot. Oh, Jojo looking for something here, but Elioya and Jojo are very deep here.
Yeah, trouble flashing back on the end of the ulti, and Skewmon looking pretty unkillable now. Mirwin on the way into the fight. BB TPing in behind that. LeBron! What a start! Instantly taken down. Finally, Supa's going to arrive to the fight, but he's only able to hit the clone. Chaos Storm is there. Caps off to the side. Broken Blade hasn't even gotten started yet. Now, finally, it's the 5v5. Broken Blade on the chase. Mega about to come through. One kill already down there, splitting up. So he has to pick who he wants to take out. The answer is Jojo. It's an ace in the hole. Not quite an ace for the team yet. It looks like it will be. Supa about to fall. The Cleaver gets the job done. Otacon next for G2.
And it's an ace for G2. And my goodness, what a redemption arc for LeBron. A beautiful Nico ult to set up this fight and secure the Otacon for G2.
Discipline, patience to wait for it, to punish. And that feels like the last little Hail Mary that MKoi had available to them. Chance to fight.
Yeah, and now it's the Drake going over to G2 as well, and the Otacon buff. It just gets so difficult for MKoi.
For the draft, you know, set him up well.
True.
That concept doesn't translate to chess very well.
MKoi drafted only pawns.
Yeah, MKoi drafted only pawns, G2. Woo! Drafted a lot of queens. A lot of kills coming in.
That might just be the Nash for G2 here. Lewis dead for 40 seconds.
G2 can definitely start it without fear of flipping.
And Hasabo can put up a cute little trap line here to deny them accessing. Looks like Jojo just wants to keep pushing bot. I think MKoi are just going to give this. They can't walk in.
They cannot. Broken Blade is not even worried about the 2v1. Wants to just stick around to make sure that they don't give up any objective bounties.
This is tough. Maybe they can try to get this mid tower, but Broken Blade is playing really well here. This 1v2 and able to clear the way. If we find a pick here, if we get a Sion ulti, you know, we need to do something.
Yep. I mean, that Sion ulti was about to come out. Caps gets poked, but LeBron finds the root. Ace in the whole follow-up. Body block comes in from Mirwin. Elioya just getting chunked, though. Nice bit of saving, but Skewmon is just unstoppable. Spell immune. Supa not doing enough damage. Somebody kill this Mundo! He's too rich. Broken Blade falling. Nor backwards. Clean combo. Last-ditch effort from MKoi. G2 dominating this game 3.
And G2 finish what felt inevitable as they ace MKOI and they take down MKOI in this game 3, 2-1 to G2.
Hell of a start to the season, hell of a game 2 from Koi, but ultimately G2 come out on top.
G2 looking good.
Yeah, nearly a flawless finish to that game. Bit of a defeat in the draft department, it's safe to say, but the execution also on point. Of course, at home, you're wondering what you want to do with yourself? Vote for your Kia Player of the Series on X.